term fast fashion, what comes to mind? The Shein package you ordered a few days ago? I hope it gets to you, friend. The inevitable comeback of skinny jeans? Hearing someone say they're going to Zara, Aeropostale, or Urban Outfitters to buy clothes and they like them? Whatever your answer was, I'm sure there was no inkling of a thought of a black woman. And that's okay, because that's kind of the point. What's up, y'all? My name is Seveyn, and if you haven't spoken to me before, just know that I speak a lot. And today, we're yapping about the speed of fashion and everything else's foundation, black women. Before I get started, please make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to see more videos like these or any other form of digital creative art that I decide to post. Now, let's get back on task. Now, if you're a little confused on what fast fashion is, allow me to enlighten the masses. Fast fashion is essentially a business model that focuses on pushing out low-cost clothes at a fast pace in order to keep up with the trends of the current time. We've seen Y2K make its comeback with low-rise jeans and rip-off baby fat two-pieces. We've seen the old money clean girl aesthetic, whatever that means, with minimalistic clothing and polished looks. Just think of Gossip Girl or Madison Beer or one of them white women that had their hair pulled back with the blood. Yeah, them. With the ever-changing way that clothes make up our lives, wouldn't this be a good thing? It's good that we can access clothes and they can arrive at any day, right? That gives us more to work with when it comes to our trends, right? Wrong! Wrong. And I'm explaining why it's wrong. Most of these fast fashion companies rely on underpaid, overworked workers across seas. A BBC report finds that Shein workers, who were men, women, and sometimes children, have been found to work in inhumane conditions in up to 75 hours a week. That's a lot. Not only do fast fashion companies like Shein rely on broken labor laws, but it affects the environment. And I know for a lot of y'all are like, I don't understand global warming. I don't get what you're talking about, so please don't start with that. But it's okay. I'm going to explain to you because I didn't get it either. Researchers report that there are 3 pinpoints for fast fashion's environmental impact. The fashion industry is the second largest consumer of water, using about 700 gallons for one cotton shirt for textile dyeing. Oh, and they're the second largest in textile dyeing too. They're not first in anything but theft. Lots of brands use synthetic fabrics that contain microplastics, which take years to biodegrade. If you don't know what that means, then you might have to Google that one. I don't know. So, from chemicals in various dyes, mineral salts, and toxins in leather creation, it doesn't biodegrade and it affects the water around it. Making these fibers rely heavily on energy that ends up producing hydrogen chloride, which is acidic and damages wildlife and soil. As a pretty recent ex-Shein shopper, I've come to learn that my desire, because it's not a need, for new clothes ends up making me more impatient than I already desire to be. So I think fast fashion breakaways are pretty gratifying. Now you understand why fast fashion is bad in the first place, right? Yes, no, yes, no, yes, perfect. Hey, fashion trends are really cool and it makes fashion as fun as it is. When I go on Pinterest and I type in earthy aesthetic with black women at the end, I find all kinds of outfits that fit this trend because aesthetics are just trends that we never let go of, niche or non-niche. And if you know anything about me and what I stand for, I believe that black women start everything. In some way, shape, or form, everything is tied back to a black woman. And because we made it and we always do it better, of course they're gonna have to steal from us. We can reach as far back as Dapper Dan and Gucci for the theft of black designs, but we're talking about black women. So let's go back to 2021, maybe 2020, depending on how much TikTok and Twitter you were on. During that time, there was a TikTok circulating the internet by a lady named Sorojah accusing Shein of stealing her design.
This is something I'm also going through right now with Shein, and it's very unfortunate. I created this design August of 28th, last year. I literally sit behind a sewing machine and sew every garment that I sell. This is the Shein copy. First of all, the price is so disrespectful. The quality is trash. You can tell it's a cheap material. You can also tell that they literally screen printed from the hand-dyed design that I made. I don't want to be reaching either, but I even feel like they pose the same in my picture. And it gets so discouraging as a black creative to make anything because people are using my designs, my photos. There's not much I can do legally, but I don't even have a large following. And I feel like these companies know this, and that's why they rip off smaller designers. Please stop supporting these brands. All they like to do is rip off smaller businesses. It's not fair.
Since then, Sincerely Rhea, Hanifa, and Jay Nice, the owner of Kloset Envy, have accused Shein and Fashion Nova of stealing their designs. It's gotten to the point where Jay Nice was actually blocked after she commented under Fashion Nova's post portraying the clothes that they stole from her. These are all recent, as fast fashion has only been around since the 70s with companies like Zara. With the rise of the internet, it makes it easy for companies to push out these fast fashion designs and make quick and easy revenue from it. Not only do they steal designs, but I'll reach as far to say they also steal style. Black Black women are known trendsetters and have always been since the existence of trends. People find that one thing that they like about us and try to imitate or take it from us. Example, Kim Kardashian in her, what does she call them? Bo Derek braids? I don't know who that is, and I'm not looking it up because I want to save myself the anger. In 2017, Marc Jacobs let his white female models sport brightly colored faux locks in his show. That same year, Kylie Jenner wore a do-rag to a spring fashion show. In 2020, Vanessa Hudgens would take to Snapchat with the box braid lace front wig.
Ew.
Which is insane in its own right. And unfortunately for them, you can't outdo the original, baby. My greatest issue with calling out these designers is that the media will often gaslight the Black female artists that made them. The pieces are sometimes very minimalistic in their color with no frills or embroidery. So it makes it easy for other entities to come in and say that it's a coincidence. They should be grateful that their design got stolen, even though they didn't get the credit or financial compensation for it, or that they're lying. But good job, because you're doing exactly what Fashion Nova wants you to do. Ignoring global warming, Black women, and immorality. So, shout out you, I guess. And it would be uberly different if these companies didn't know their audience. There's a reason why it's hard to find statistics on the Black consumers of Fashion Nova and Shein. It's all been disguised as Gen Z shoppers and hiring the same light-skinned woman with a BBL to model their clothes. That one on Fashion Nova, she really does scare me. Like, I don't like looking at her. Like, she genuinely makes me, like, really uncomfortable. I don't know what it is. No offense. Well, anyways, we're aware that Black women shop heavily at Fashion Nova. We're aware that these trends are set by Black women, so we go where it's easiest to find these trends, which ends up being Fashion Nova and Shein. They know that more than 50% of their sales come from Gen Z shoppers. And they know exactly what they're doing by making celebrities like Megan Thee Stallion, Angela White, Cassie, Tiana Taylor, and Jackie Aina their brand ambassadors. Ain't that many white girls saw Meg's collection and was like, yep, I need them jeans. There have been arguments that these products are dupes and knockoffs, and that's not, don't make that face, like really. There's a huge difference between dupes and straight up theft. Tweets like these make it seem like Fashion Nova is just doing what's best for everybody, making things cheap and quick, and to be honest, not as pretty. Dupes require you to say this is a remake of an original piece and give credit to that original piece. Dupes require you to point out this is not the real version of this product by this specific brand. Stealing a design means there was zero credit given anywhere. So what are we really talking about? How are these dupes when no one knew they existed in the first place? Now, with all this discourse explained, you may be wondering, how can we combat fast fashion and the theft of Black designs? For really any clothing style you want, there's a Black-owned brand that sells something for it. And yes, you're gonna have to spend the money you would spend anywhere else. In the description box, I'll list a few Black-owned brands that I shop from or want to shop from as alternatives to these fast fashion demons. Please keep in mind, these clothes do not cost $5. Please keep in mind, I do not care about the complaints about these clothes not costing $5. Y'all can pay almost $60, $40. Y'all can pay $60 for a two-piece, one-size-fits-all exercise set from Kim Kardashian and haven't touched the treadmill a day in your life. But you draw the line at a $300 Brandon Blackwood purse because it's not designer. Beyonce. Okay, girl. Now, I'm not saying spend an arm and a leg and a lung and half of your heart on a piece of clothing ever in life. But if you're going to do it, at least be morally correct about it. So that wraps up our talking session for today. I know. Y'all are going to miss me. Y'all hate to see me go, even the ones that hate to see me coming. But I want to show my gratitude for letting me take you through this experience of fast fashion and the way they steal from Black women. I hope you learned something, and I hope you deleted Shein off of your devices. And if you haven't, it's okay. Habits take a long time to break. I'm not saying don't ever do it, but I'm saying it takes a while to break it. I get it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next video.